Good morning, all of you. We completed our first topic, that is the aromatic hydrocarbons, and now we will deal with the second topic, that is the alkyl and aryl halides. So here we are supposed to study both the compounds, that is alkyl halide and aryl halides. So first of all, we will start with your alkyl halides. These are nothing but the halogen derivatives of alkane, where the hydrogen atom of the alkane is replaced by the halogen atom, and we get the formation of the compound that is called as your alkyl halide. And so in this way these alkyl halides are obtained. So alkyl halides are of different types, means the halogen atoms are like your fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Most of the compounds occur in nature also. The halogen derivatives of alkanes are obtained in nature also. Some of the synthetic utility of these compounds, that is the chloroform, is used as an anesthetic reagent. Then chloroquinone is the specific medicine which is used in the treatment of malaria. Then our body also contains the halogen derivatives, where the thyroxine, which is present in our body, contains iodine, the deficiency of which causes goiter. And so, depending upon the number of halogen atoms present in a molecule, they are classified. The halogen derivatives means we will see in general the classification of halogen derivatives. So, halogen derivatives are classified as monohalogen derivatives and polyhalogen derivatives. Polyhalogen derivatives. So this example of your monohalogen derivatives, that is the methyl chloride, ethyl bromide, means here only the one halogen atom is present. Mono means one and halogen means halogen atom. So only one halogen atom is present. Depending upon this number of halogen atoms present in a molecule, this type of alkyl halides, they are termed as monohalogen derivatives. And the polyhalogen derivatives are classified as dihalogen derivatives, then trihalogen derivatives and the tetrahalogen derivatives. So here in this, the example is your methylene dichloride, then CHCl3, that is chloroform, then here the carbon tetrachloride, that is CCl4. So these are the different derivatives of the polyhalogen derivatives. Now here, depending on this number of halogen atoms, we have seen the classification. But if the halogen atom varies, so depending upon the type of halogen atom, we are getting here the methyl chloride, ethyl bromide, ethyl iodide, methyl fluoride. So depending upon the type of halogen atom, here we are getting the different halogen derivatives or different alkyl halides. And so these alkyl halides, these monohalogen derivatives of alkanes, are called as alkyl halides. The monohalogen derivatives are called as your alkyl halide. So they are also termed as your alkyl halide, where one hydrogen atom of the alkane is replaced by the halogen. And so depending on this, the monohalogen derivatives are further classified as into three different groups. depending upon the type of carbon atom to which it is attached. Means this halogen atom may be attached to the different types of carbon atoms, because we have studied that is the carbon types are as primary carbon atom, secondary carbon atom, and tertiary carbon atom. What is primary carbon atom? The carbon atom which is attached to only one other carbon atom is called as primary carbon atom, and the carbon atom which is attached to the two other carbon atoms is termed as your secondary carbon atom. Means here when this carbon is attached to only one other carbon, so these both are termed as your primary carbons. But if this carbon is attached to another one carbon atom, so this carbon is termed as your secondary carbon atom, because it is flanked by two carbons, or it is attached to two different carbon atoms. And if this carbon atom is attached to another one carbon atom, means here this carbon atom is getting attached to three carbons, and so this carbon is termed as tertiary. So depending upon the halogen atom being attached to either primary, secondary, or tertiary, it is classified as primary alkyl halides, secondary alkyl halides, and tertiary alkyl halides. That is primary alkyl halides, secondary alkyl halides, and tertiary alkyl halides. And these are designated as primary, secondary, and here it's tertiary. The examples for this, it's your CH3CH2Cl. Suppose this ethyl chloride is a primary alkyl halide, because this halogen atom is attached to a carbon which is primary in nature. But if we see in this molecule, it is attached to the carbon atom which is flanked by two carbons, and so here this is the secondary carbon, and so the type of alkyl halide is termed as your secondary alkyl halide. And here when the carbon is attached to three other carbons, this carbon is termed as your tertiary carbon, and here it is attached, the halogen atom attached to this tertiary carbon atom is termed as your tertiary alkyl halide. And so this is your tertiary butyl bromide. And in this way, we are going to deal with the alkyl halides, and when we are going to deal with alkyl halides, they are also termed as monohalogen derivatives of alkane. And these monohalogen derivatives of alkanes are classified into three types, that is the primary alkyl halides, secondary alkyl halides, and tertiary alkyl halides. Now, depending upon these types of halogen atoms, they can be fluorocompounds, bromocompounds, chlorocompounds, or iodo-compounds. So, if the halogen atom attached to this ethyl group, if it is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or iodine, this molecule will show the same type of reactions, but the rate of reactions of these different molecules will be slightly differ from each other, because the characteristic properties of these halogens are also different. And so here we are going to study this alkyl halides, that is the monohalogen derivatives of alkanes. And here when we want to study the monohalogen derivatives of alkanes, that is alkyl halides, we are supposed to study the nomenclature of these compounds. In the nomenclature, we are supposed to study the common nomenclature system, what we are using, then the IUPAC nomenclature system, then we are supposed to study the physical properties of these molecules, and then we are supposed to deal with the preparations of these molecules and the reactions of these molecules. And so, here the nomenclature of the alkyl halides. In the nomenclature of the alkyl halides, that is the RX, alkyl halide. And so, by using the common nomenclature system, in the common nomenclature system, what we are doing, First of all, we write the name of the alkyl group and which is followed by the name of the halide ion or the halogen atom. And so here, if we say this is the molecule, that is methyl group is attached to a halogen or the chlorine is attached to a methyl group. So we can say this as, we will write the name of the alkyl group first, that is methyl chloride. If we have the ethyl group and the halogen is bromine, so we will call it as ethyl bromide. Ethyl bromide. And so in this way, CH3, CH2, CH2I. So here the 3 carbon atoms are there. So this group is propyl group, and so we will say it as propyl iodide. So the common nomenclature system is very easy to understand. Just write the name of the alkyl group which is followed by the name of the halogen. And so, but this system does not work out further for a longer time, because as the number of substituents goes on increasing in a molecule, it becomes difficult to give the name and keep in mind. And so, according to the nomenclature is to be studied according to the IUPAC nomenclature system, that is the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So, according to this nomenclature system, the names of the compounds are uniform throughout the world in chemistry. And so what are the simple norms that we have studied right from 11th standard till today? This, first of all, select a straight longest chain of carbon atom to which the halogen atom is attached. Means we are supposed to select a straight longest chain, then count the number of carbon atoms involved in that straight longest chain. Suppose this is the molecule and which is having, so the chain is straight. How many carbon atoms are there? There are 3 carbon atoms. And so it is the derivative of propane. And so the hydrogen atom of this propane is replaced by the halogen. So we will call it as propyl bromide by using a common nomenclature system. But while using the IUPAC nomenclature system, the number 1 is assigned to that carbon which contains the halogen atom in this case, or it must get the lowest possible number. Suppose here it's 1, 2, 3. So it is bromopropane. It is named as bromopropane. It's named as bromopropane. And the common according to the common nomenclature system, the name of this compound is propyl bromide. Propyl bromide. But here, if we want to give the name to this compound, so now this is the derivative of, we are selecting a straight longest chain, means it contains 4 carbons, and so it's the derivative of butane. And so it's butyl bromide. It's no doubt, it's very clear, it's butyl bromide. But the butyl bromide may be of 2 types. Now, here I will write the another structure of the butyl bromide, that is CH3CH2 CH2Br. So this is again the butyl bromide, and this is again the butyl bromide by the common nomenclature system, but it's difficult to give the name. And so the numbering the carbon atoms. So if we start giving the number, so when it is at a end, at a terminal, so it's designated as 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we will say it's as bromobutane. We will call it as bromobutane. Bromobutane. But in this case, now we want to give the name. So the number 1 cannot be assigned to the carbon which contains bromine atom. So what we are supposed to do? So because the straight longest chain is of the 4 carbon atoms. And so here we will have to start the numbering of the carbon atoms in a way where the halogen atom will get the lowest possible number. So from which side it will get the lowest possible number? So if you start giving the numbering from this left hand side, this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here you get the number 3. So you may call it as 3 bromopropane. But is it possible? No, because if you start numbering from this side, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If we start numbering from the left hand side, the halogen atom gets the number 3. But if you start numbering from right side, it gets the lowest possible number, that is 2. And so the 2 bromopropane is the right name. And so here it is called as 2 bromo. 2 indicates the position of the halogen atom. What is the type of halogen atom? That is bromo, chloro, iode, whatever it may be. And so, and the skeleton is of butane. So 2 bromo butane is the correct way of giving the name of a compound by using IUPAC nomenclature system. And so in this way, we can give the names by using the IUPAC nomenclature system. Suppose in this case, again, if we are having such type of structure, so now here, while giving the name of this compound, again we are going to select a straight longest chain. If this is the straight longest chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from any side, it's 4 carbon atoms. Now you want to start numbering. So you will see that where the halogen is getting the lowest possible number. So from this side, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so it's 2 bromo. But again, there is one substituent, alkyl substituent on this second carbon atom. And so we want to give the name. So it may be 2-methyl 2-bromo butane or 2-bromo 2-methyl butane. What is correct? So when the two substituents comes in one and the same molecule, here you are supposed to give the name according to the alphabetical order, the name of the substituents which comes first alphabetically. So this is methyl, which comes after B, that is bromo. And so the name of this compound is 2-bromo 2-methyl butane. And so you are well aware of the IUPAC nomenclature system. In this way, we are able to give the names to the different types of alkyl halides. And so in this way, the nomenclatures of the alkyl halides are being studied by using the IUPAC nomenclature system. So this was the introductory part of this topic, and the rest of the part, that is the next things, that is the physical properties, that we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you very much.